Welcome back, everyone, to the first annual Woodward Academy Shakespearean Sonnet Slam / Festival. It is the Bard's 450th birthday bash. Thank you very much for attending as we attend this Sonnet Slam. Now, to start off, we're supposed to have a little bit of an interlude, but I don't see the performers actually here. Are they here? All right, and so so we're going to fill in some time until we get the interlude going on. So let me tell you what's going to happen for this particular period. All right, after the interlude, we're going to start with sonnet number 102 and continue on for the rest of the day until we finish with sonnet 154 of William Shakespeare. What I'd like for you all to do, that if you are performing a particular sonnet, please come to the stage up to the second floor of Richardson Hall, to my left and your right. All right. We have here a bust of Mr. Shakespeare, loaned to us by a co-sponsor of this particular event, Mr. Scott Crook. Please feel free, like they do at the Apollo, rub the head of Shakespeare for good luck prior to your performing. And then you'll go into your particular reading of your sonnet. And then if you wouldn't mind, would you exit out the other side to my right, your particular left? All right, we have a little bit of a program change since we have it seems like we have a little bit of a problem with our interlude. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to start, instead of with the interlude, if Haley Haskins would come to the stage. Yeah. If Haley Haskins would come up to the stage. All right. Haley is going to perform sonnet 102. Denzel Bank is going to perform sonnet 103. Trey Hill is scheduled to do 104. Dylan is going to be doing 105, and he's going to be doing a 105 in Italian. All right. Sonnet 106 will be performed by Angela Patel. Sonnet 107 will be performed by Elizabeth Pilger. Sonnet 108, we have Miss Maya Munnings. And for Sonnet 109, we have a duet with Brantley McAdoo and Katie. All right? So without further ado, let's start off with sonnet number 102 by Haley Haskins. Yeah? All right. Jump ahead. All right, take your sonnet.
My love is strengthened, though more weak in seeming. I love not less, though less the show appear. That love is merchandise, whose rich esteeming, though owner's tongue doth publish everywhere. Our love was new, and then but in the spring, when I was wont to greet it with my lays, and Philomel in summer's front doth sing, and stops her pipe in growth of riper days. Not that the summer is less pleasant now, than when her mournful hymns did hush the night, but that wild music burthens every bough, and sweets grown common lose their dear delight. Therefore, like her, I sometimes hold my tongue, because I would not dull you with my song.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. Up next, we have reading Shakespearean sonnet number 103. We have Denzel Banks.
I'm substituting.
Oh.
I'm Rachel Dodson.
All right, I'm sorry. We have a substitute for Denzel Banks. We have Rachel Dodson. There you go.
Alack, what poverty my muse brings forth, that having such a scope to show her pride, the argument all bear is more worth than when it hath my added praise beside. Oh, blame me not if I no more can write. Look in your glass, and there appears a face that overgoes my blunt invention quite, dulling my lines and doing me disgrace, were it not sinful then, striving to mend. To mar the subject that before was well, for to no other pass my verses tend than of your graces and your gifts to tell. And more, much more than in my verse can sit, your own glass shows you when you look in it.
All right, thank you very much. All right, introduce yourself again.
I'm Trent Sears, substituting for Trejo. To me, fair friend, you never can be old. For as you were, when first your eye I eyed, such seems your beauty still. 3 winters cold have from the forest shook 3 summers' pride. 3 beauteous springs to yellow autumn turned, in process of the seasons have I seen. 3 April perfumes and 3 hot Junes burned, since first I saw you fresh, which yet are green. Ah, yet doth beauty, like a dial hand, steal from his figure and no pace perceived. So your sweet hue, which methinks still doth stand, hath motion and mine eye may be deceived. For fear of which, hear this, thou age unbred, ere you were born was beauty's summer dead.
All right, thank you very much. Now we have a special performance by sonnet number 105 by Dylan Cinecarello, who will be performing his particular sonnet in Italian. All right, followed by a performance of the same sonnet 105 by Omri Rigby, who will be performing his sonnet in English, the exact same sonnet.
Non chiamare il mio amore idolatria e non dire che faccio il mio amore un'idola, perché tutte le mie canzoni e tutte le mie poesie sono dirette a una sola persona e sono ancora e lo saranno per sempre. E il mio amore, a gentile oggi e domani, ancora costante nell'eccellenza magnifico, ancora il mio verso e la fedeltà è ristretto. Una cosa esprimato lascia tutta la differenza. Giusto, gentile e vero, è tutto il mio argomento, giusto, gentile e vero, con fronte ad altre parole. E in questo cambiamento ho speso tutta la mia invenzione, 3 temi in uno, con un incredibile ambito. Giustizia, gentilezza e verità sono trovati molte volte separati e fino ad adesso non sono mai stati trovati in una sola persona.
Thank you very much, Dylan. Now the same sonnet by Omri Rigby in English. And then follow that, after this particular sonnet, we will take a short interlude break where we will hear the musings of Baroque music by Isabel Lewis and Gina Calloway playing the violin.
Let not my love be called idolatry, nor my beloved as an idol show, since all alike my songs and praises be, to one, of one, still such, and ever so. Kind is my love today, tomorrow kind, still constant in a wondrous excellence. Therefore, my verse to constancy confined, one thing expressing, leaves out difference. Fair, kind, and true is all my argument. Fair, kind, and true, varying to other words. And in this change is my invention spent. 3 themes in one, which wondrous scope affords. Fair, kind, and true, have often lived alone, which 3, till now, never kept seat in one.
Thank you very much, Omri. Now, we will have a performance by Gina Calloway and Isabel Lewis doing Baroque music as an interlude to our Shakespearean Festival. right, thank you very much. All right, also, as a little bit of interlude, not only was that Isabel Lewis and Gina Calloway on the violin, we had an impromptu performance by Woodward's Academy's very own director of the video department, Trevin Broad, on the upright bass. Thank you very much, Trevin. All right, we'll continue on with the Shakespearean performances. Performing Shakespearean Sonnet number 106 is Angela Patel.
When in the chronicle of wasted time, I see descriptions of the fairest wights, and beauty making beautiful old rhyme in praise of ladies dead and lovely kings. Then, in the blazon of sweet beauty's best, of hand, of foot, of lip, of eye, of brow, I see their antique pen would have expressed even such a beauty as you master now. So all their praises are but prophecies of this our time, all you prefiguring. And for they looked, but with divining eyes, they had not skill enough your worth to sing. For we which now behold these present days had eyes to wonder, but lack tongues to praise.
All right, thank you very much, Angela. Now, performing Shakespearean Sonnet number 107 and Shakespearean Sonnet number 108, we have a little bit of change in our program. We have Miss Maya Munnings performing both sonnets back to back. Maya. You got to rub Shakespeare's head. Good luck. It's like a good Apollo.
Okay.
Not mine own fears, nor the prophetic soul of the wide world dreaming on things to come, can yet the lease of my true love control, supposed as forfeit to a confined doom. The mortal moon hath her eclipsed endured, and the sad augurs mock their own presage. Uncertainties now crown themselves assured, and peace proclaims olives of endless age. Now with the drops of this most balmy time, my love looks fresh, and death to me subscribes, since spite of him I'll live in this poor rhyme, while he insults o'er dull and speechless tribes. And thou in this shalt find thy monument, when tyrants' crests and tombs of brass are spent. Wow, it's cool. Thanks. What's in the brain that ink may character, which hath not figured to thee my true spirit? What's new to speak, what new to register that may express my love or thy dear merit? Nothing, sweet boy. But yet like prayers divine, I must each day say o'er the very same, counting no old thing old, thou mine and I thine. Even as when first I hallowed thy fair name, so that eternal love in love's fresh case weighs not the dust and injury of age, nor gives the necessary wrinkles place, but makes antiquity for aye his page. Finding the first conceit of love there bred, where time and outward form would show it dead.
All right, thank you very much. Now, moving on to Shakespeare Sonnet number 109, we have a change of program. Brantley McAdoo is absent today, so we have Miss Katie Tabachnik performing Sonnet 109 solo.
Oh, never say that I was false of heart, though absence seemed my flame to qualify. As easy might I from depart myself, as from my soul, in which thy breast doth lie. That is my home of love, if I have ranged. Like him that travels, I return again, just to the time, not with the time exchanged, so that myself bring water for my stain. Never believe, though in my nature reigned all the frailties that besiege all kinds of blood, that it could so preposterously be stained to leave for nothing all thy sum of good. For nothing this wide universe I call, save thou my rose, in it thou art my all.
Thank you very much. We will now have an interlude. We have a performance by Zach Levin, who will be performing excerpts from Macbeth. However, Yeah, right there. Look at that camera, Zach. Stop. You look at that camera.
Not by will suffice. Seize upon fight, get to the edge of the sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this turf is cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
Thank you very much, Zach. We're now going to continue on with the sonnet reading. Coming to the stage is going to be the reading of Shakespearean sonnet number 110 by Kevin Liu and Branson Byers.
Alas, 'tis true, I have gone here and there, and made myself a motley to the view, gored my own thoughts, sold cheap what is most dear, made old offences of affections new. Most true it is that I have looked on truth, askance and strangely, but, by all above, these blenches gave my heart another use, and worse essays proved thee my best of love.
Now all is done. Have what shall have no end. Mine appetite I never more will grind, on newer proof to try an older friend, a God in love to whom I'm confined. Then give me welcome next to my heaven the best, even to thy pure and most loving breast.
All right, thank you very much. We have another little bit of change of program as we continue on with guerrilla Shakespeare performances. All right, impromptu, we're going to have a reading of Shakespearean sonnet number 111. All right, this time it's going to be done by James Williamson and Omri Rigby.
Go ahead. Oh, for my sake do you with fortune chide, the guilty goddess of my harmful deeds, that did not better for my life provide than public means, which public manners breeds.
Thence comes it that my name receives a brand, and almost thence my nature is subdued. To what it works in like the dyer's hand, pity me then, and wish I were renewed.
Whilst, like a willing patient, I will drink
potions of eye cell against my strong infection.
No bitterness, then I will bitter think.
Nor double penance to correct correction.
Pity me then, dear friend, and I assure ye,
even that your pity is enough to cure me.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Now, up next, performing sonnet number 112, we have Athena Cahill and Morgan Williams. Morgan, you're up. You gotta rub his head. Good luck. Rub his head.
Okay. Is it this one? Yeah. Your love and pity doth the impression fill, which vulgar scandal stamp it upon my brow, for which care I who calls me well or ill. So you o'er green, my bad, my good allow. You are my all the world, and I must strive to know my shames and praises from your tongue. No one else to me, nor I to none alive, that my steeled censor changes right or wrong.
In so profound a bosom I throw all care of others' voices that my adlers sense, to critique and to flatter stopped, or mark how with my neglect I do dispense. You are so strongly in my purpose bred, that all the world besides me thinks are dead.
You're so lovely. All right, next up, a little bit another change of the program. Shakespearean sonnet number 113 will be performed by Mr. James Williamson solo. James, rub his head again. Good luck.
All right. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind, and that which governs me to go about doth part his function, and is partly blind seeing, but effectually is out. For it no form delivers to the heart of bird, of flower, or shape, which it doth latch. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part, nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. For if it see the roots or gentlest sight, the most sweet favor or deformed creature, the mountain or the sea, the day or night, the crow or dove, it shapes them to your feature. Incapable of more, replete with you, my most true mind thus maketh mine untrue.
All right, we have the next reading of Shakespeare Sonnet number 114 by Jared Bethea.
Or whether doth my mind, being crowned with you, drink up the monarch's plague, this flattery? Or whether shall I say, mine eye saith true, and that your love taught it with this alchemy? To make of monsters and things indigest, such cherubims as sweet as yourself resemble, creating every bad a perfect best, as fast as objects to his beams assemble. Oh, 'tis the first, 'tis flattery in my seeing, and my great mind most kindly drinks it up. Mine eye well knows what with his gust is green, and to his palate doth prepare the cup. If it be poison, 'tis the lesser sin, that mine eye loves it, and doth first begin.
All right, thank you very much, Jared. Now, up next, we have a very special performance, a little bit of change from the program here. Performing Shakespearean Sonnet number 115, we have our president, Dr. Gully. Dr. Gully?
Rub his head. There you go. Good luck.
Got the rub.
Yeah.
Those lines that I before have writ do lie, even those that said I could not love you dearer. Yet then my judgment knew no reason why my most full flame should afterwards burn clearer. But reckoning time, whose millioned accents creep in twixt vows and change decrees of kings, tan sacred beauty blunt the sharpest intents, divert strong minds to the course of altering things. Alas, why fearing of time's tyranny, might I not then say, now I love you best, when I was certain or uncertainty, crowning the present, doubting of the rest? Love is a babe, then might I not say so, to give full growth to that which still doth grow?
Very good. Appreciate you coming through. Right.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Gully. All right, now, up next, we're going to have a special reading of the next two sonnets, Shakespearean Sonnet number 116 and 117. When I first decided to do the Shakespearean Sonnet Festival, Miss Anu Bielefeld was the first person to sign up for the program. And she wanted to do, particularly, Sonnet 116, because that was the favorite sonnet of her late father. So without further ado, let's introduce Miss Anu Bielefeld as she will be performing her father's favorite sonnet, Sonnet 116, followed by Sonnet number 117. Anu?
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is a star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, though his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Sonnet 117. Accuse me thus, that I have scant it all, wherein I should your great deserts repay, forgot upon your dearest love to call, whereto all binds do time me day by day, that I have frequent been with unknown minds, and given to time your own dear purchased right, that I have hoisted sail to all the winds, which should transport me farthest from your sight. Book both my wilfulness and errors down, and on just proofs surmise accumulate. Bring me within the level of your frown, but shoot not at me in your wakened hate, since my appeal says I did strive to prove the constancy and virtue of your love.
All right, thank you very much, Anu. Now we have another special interlude performing excerpts from Hamlet. We have Zhuangheng Zhang.
To. Here's the consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, purchase a dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come. We have shuffled the total oil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life.
All right, thank you very much. We will now continue on with the readings of Shakespearean sonnet number 118. It will be performed by Chantel Shadonia.
Like as, to make our appetites more keen, with eager compounds we our palate urge, as, to prevent our maladies unseen, we sicken to shun sickness when we purge. Even so, being full of your ne'er-cloying sweetness, to bitter sauces did I frame my feeding, and, sick of welfare, found a kind of meatness to be diseased, ere that there was true needing. Thus policy and love, to anticipate the ills that were not, grew to faults assured, and brought to medicine a healthful state, which rank of goodness would by ill be cured. But thence I learn and find the lesson true, drugs that poison him that fell so sick of you.
All right, up next, we have the reading of Shakespearean sonnet number 119, which will be recited by Caroline Citarella.
What potions have I drunk of sirens' tears, distilled from Limebeck's foul as hell within, applying fears to hopes, and hopes to fears, still losing when I saw myself to win? What wretched errors hath my heart committed, whilst it hath thought itself so blessed never? How have mine eyes out of their spheres been fitted in the distraction of this madding fever? O benefit of ill, now I find true, that better is by evil still made better, and ruined love with it is built anew, grows fairer than at first, more strong, far greater. So I return rebuked to my content, and gain by ill thrice more than I have spent.
All right, thank you very much, Caroline. All right, up next we have the reading of Shakespearean sonnet number 120, this time by Anna North.
That you were once unkind befriends me now, and for that sorrow which I then did feel, needs must I under my transgression bow, unless my nerves were brass or hammered steel. For if you were by my unkindness shaken, as I by yours, you've passed a hell of time, and I, a tyrant, have no leisure taken to weigh how once I suffered in your crime. Oh, that our night woe might have remembered my deepest sense, how hard true sorrow hits, and soon to you as you to me, then tendered the humble salve, which wounded bosoms fit. But that your trespass no becomes a fee. Mine ransoms yours, and yours must ransom me.
All right, thank you very much. All right, now, coming to the stage next, we have Shakespearean sonnet reading number 121, which will be performed by Mr. Greg Roberts.
"'Tis better to be vile than vile esteemed, when not to be received reproach of me, and the just pleasure lost which is so deemed, not by feeling but by others seeing. For watch others' false, adulterate eyes, give salutation to my sport of blood. Or on my frailties wire frailer spies, which in their wills count bad, what I think good? No, I am that I am, and they that level at my abuses reckon up their own. I may be straight, though they themselves may be bevel. By their rank thoughts my deeds may not be shown, unless the general evil they maintain. All men are bad, and in their badness reign.
All right, coming up to the podium now, we have the reading of Shakespearean Sonnet 122, which will be performed by Jackson Stouffer.
Thy gift, thy tables are within my brain, full charactered with lasting memory, which shall above that idle rank remain, beyond all date, even to eternity. Or at least so long as brain and heart have faculty by nature to subsist, till each to raised oblivion yield his part, of thee thy record never can be missed. That poor retention could not so much hold, nor need I tallies thy dear love to score. Therefore to give them from me was I bold, to trust those tables that receive thee more. To keep an adjunct to remember thee, were to import forgetfulness in me.
Very good. Okay, thank you very much. Now, coming to the stage, we have the reading of Shakespearean Sonnet number 123, all right, by Mackenzie Tilka. Mackenzie?
No time, thou shalt not boast that I do change. Thy pyramids build up with newer might. To me are nothing novel, nothing strange. They are but dressings of a former sight. Our dates are brief, and therefore we admire what thou dost foist upon that is old, and rather make them born to our desire, than think that we before have heard them told. Thy registers and thee I both defy, not wondering at the present nor the past, for thy records and what we do see doth lie, made more or less by thy continual haste. This I do vow, and this I shall ever be. I will be true despite thy scythe and thee.
Very good, Mackenzie. All right. All right, now coming to the stage next, we have the reading of Shakespearean Sonnet 124, which will be performed by Miss Hannah Walters.
Rub Shakespeare's head for good luck. All right, there you go.
If my dear love were but the child of state, it might for fortune's bastard be unfathered, as subject to time's love or to time's hate, weeds among weeds or flowers with flowers gathered. No, it was builded far from accident. It suffers not in smiling pomp, nor falls under the blow of thralled discontent, whereto the inviting time our fashion calls. It fears not policy, that heretic, which works on leases of short-numbered hours, but all alone stands hugely politic, that it nor grows with heat nor drowns with showers. To this I witness call the fools of time, which die for goodness, which have lived for crime.
All right, coming to the stage now, we have the reading of Shakespearean Sonnet 125. This time, it'll be recited by Jay Williams.
Jay, rub his head for good luck.
Will do. All right. Where't aught to me I bore the canopy, with my extern the outward honoring, or laid great bases for eternity, which proves more short than waste or ruining. Have I not seen dwellers on form and favor lose all and more by paying too much rent? For compounds sweet foregoing simple savor, pitiful thrivers in their gazing spent. No, let me be obsequious in thy heart, and take thou my oblation, poor but free, which is not mixed with seconds, knows no art, but mutual render, only me for thee. Hence, thou suborned informer, a true soul, when most impeached stands least in thy control.
All right, we're cutting down to the end now. All right, Shakespearean Sonnet number 126 will be performed by Simon Willis.
All right, rub his head for good luck. There you go.
Oh, my lovely boy, who in thy power dost hold time's fickle glass, his sickle hour, who hast by waning grown, and therein show'st thy lovers withering as thy sweet self growst. If nature, sovereign mistress over rack, as thou goest onwards, will pluck thee back. She keeps thee to this purpose, that her skill may time disgrace and wretched minutes kill. Yet fear her, O thou minion of her pleasure. She may detain, but not still keep, her treasure. Her audit, though delayed, answered must be, and her quietus is to render thee.
All right, coming to the stage now, we have the last Shakespearean sonnet reading for fifth period, and that will be sonnet reading number 127 by Emma Schiffeliti.
In the old age, black was not counted fair, or if it were, it bore not beauty's name. But now is black beauty's successive heir, and beauty slandered with bastard shame. For since each hand hath put on nature's power, fairing the foul with art's false borrowed face, sweet beauty hath no name, no holy bower, but is profaned if not lives in disgrace. Therefore my mistress's eyes are raven black, her eyes so suited, and mourners seem at least at such who, not born fair, no beauty lack, slandering creation with false esteem. Yet so they mourn, becoming of their woe, that every tongue says beauty should look so.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. It's now 2:08. We have 7 minutes before the end of the period. In true guerrilla Shakespeare fashion, we have a little bit of time left over. Anybody want to do an open mic performances? Anyone? Any Shakespeare enthusiasts out here who want to do a impromptu performance? Miss Cook, would you like to do a Shakespearean performance for us? Are you sure about that? All right, seeing no volunteers, then this is the end of the program for fifth period. We will reconvene in a little bit over 8 minutes for sixth period and the last of our Shakespearean readings for today. Thank you very much.